Subhanallah walhamdulillah, Subhanallah walhamdulillah, Subhanallah walhamdulillah, Subhanallah walhamdulillah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Fat'ala Allah wal Malik wal Haqq. Fat'ala Allah wal Malik wal Haqq. Fat'ala Allah wal Malik wal Haqq. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wa salatu wa salam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wasallam. Wa ba'd. Assalamu alaikum, my brothers and sisters in Islam. My name is Muhammad Awal. I am in Nigeria from Nigeria. Indigenous Niger State in Atira Province, inside Niger State, a village called Gawo. Inside Atira Province. That's where I'm from. That's my town. That's my village. I'm in the People tribe. This is my number 87 video. So I come to this Lagos. I'm living inside Lagos in our area. Lagos in our area. Lagos. So every time when you come to that mall, 5 minutes where I'm living. My business is selling swamp. That's what I'm selling. So the DISOBEY is about Allah is one that take a soul at the time of their death. And those who die during their sleep. So that's what I want to explain. Look at the verse here, which Allah said in Surah Zumar chapter 1 verse 42 said, Inna Allah yamsiku sam Allah yatawaffa al-anfusa hina al-maut wallati lam yamut fi manamiha wa yamsiku allati qada 'alayha al-maut wa yursilu al-ukhra ila ajalin musamma inna fi dhalika la-ayatin liqaumin yatafakkarun. I said, Allah, it is Allah who take away a soul at the time of their death, and those who die during their sleep, He keep those souls for which He has ordered death, and send the rest for the time appointed. This is a sign for the people who think deeply. Meaning, if you see yourself wake up from sleeping, then Allah has returned your soul back to your body. If you find yourself sleeping, then Allah has taken your soul. If you see yourself fall dead, then Allah has taken your soul. If you see yourself alive, then Allah has returned your soul back to your body. So, this verse that you are seeing, this is a warning to the Muslim of the whole world entirely. If you see yourself sleeping, then your soul is with Allah. When you see yourself wake up from sleeping, then Allah has returned your soul back to your body. So this is a warning to the Muslim of the whole world. When you fall asleep, you never know the time. When you wake up from sleep, that's the reason why every time Muslim need to be thankful to Almighty Allah. Alhamdulillah. Immediately when you see yourself wake up from sleep, Alhamdulillah. Subhanallah walhamdulillah. Fat'ala Allah wal Malik wal Haqq. You praise Allah and thank Him, because that is a chance that I give it to you. Because you hear some people say that Allah doesn't give us a second chance. Every time Allah says, give us chance. Immediately when you wake up from sleeping, then Allah has give you a chance, another chance. Because when you fall asleep, you never know whether you will wake up, whether you might not. Whether Allah will return the soul back to your body, whether Allah might not. This one is a warning for those ones that used to abuse Allah, talk of things that is not good about Allah. It's a warning, because when you sleep, your soul is with Allah. When you wake up from sleep, then Allah has returned your soul back to your body. So this is a warning. Immediately when you see yourself wake up, then Allah has given you a chance. Then, when you find yourself at that particular time, then you should be thankful to Almighty Allah. Subhanallah. Subhanallah walhamdulillah. Fat'ala Allah wal Malik. Then this. And then again, will know that Allah increase in His creation what He will. Which Allah says in Surah Al-Fatir, chapter 34, verse 1 said, Alhamdulillah, Fatir al-samawati wal-ard, ja'ilul malaikata rusulan uli ajnatin masna wa thulath wa ruba' yazid fi al-khalqi ma sha'a, inna Allah ala kulli shay'in qadir. He said, all praise and thanks be to Allah, the originator of heaven and earth, who made angel messenger with wing 2 or 3 or 4. He said, Yazid fi al-khalqi ma sha'a, He increased in His creation what He will. Inna Allah ala kulli shay'in qadir. Allah is able to do all this. When you look at the sky, for you to know that Allah increased in His creation what He will. You see, when you look at the sky, you will see in the morning, you will see the nature of the sky, how Allah arranged the sky. Then when you wake up, when you go on sleep, immediately when you wake up, you still look at the sky again, you see another difference. You see it has changed. The arrangement that Allah arranged the cloud has changed. So that's where you not Allah increase in His creation what you will. And then so again when you look at it, when you look at the things, maybe before you go to sleep, you see breeze is blowing, take it, blowing. And then all the trees and all that, they are moving. They are moving towards another place. Then when you wake up from sleep, then you now find it different. You see, Allah increases His creation what He will. And then again, what happened yesterday, the next day you see another different thing happen. So you see, Allah increases. So that's it. So this is a warning to the Muslim of the world. This verse that we are seeing, for those one where Allah give us command, 3 command in this is a warning to the Muslim of the whole. Most especially this Muslim of these days that went forth and disobey Allah. Where Allah give us command, said, Wala tajat in Surah Al-Isra, verse 10. Give us 3 commands, said, Wala tajat surat God, don't allow the salat. Wala tuqabila, don't hide it. Wabtagi bayna zalika salat, but follow your way. Then our Muslim of these days now went forth and disobey Allah, went forth and allowed the salat and hiding. So, this is a warning. When somebody is talking about Allah, about the best one, away the searches for us in salat, the least you will do, you pay attention carefully. Listen to him, because this is a chance that you have. When you look at it, no imam in this our generation that will explain to you the best one away in between whether it's just for us in our salat and fast and judgment. You will never see an imam, because they are not following that way. Allah said, Wala tajal salat, don't allow the salat, they went for and disobey allowed it. Allah said, Wala tuqabila, don't hide your salat, they went for and disobey Allah, hide their salat. Allah said, Wabtagi bayna zalika salat, but follow away between. There's no imam has ever said about that one. So you see, then that one are they trying to tell us that Prophet Muhammad didn't deliver that message? So look at it. So when somebody is explaining a way in between, a way that's just for us in salat, then the first one, you pay attention, because that's the chance that you have. A way in between, a way that's just for us, meaning the best one which Allah just for us in salat and fasting and judgment and all activities. You pay attention, because when you fall in sleep, you will never know whether whether you might wake up, whether you might not. Meaning whether Allah will return your soul back to your body, whether Allah might not. So this is a warning. This is a warning. Then apart of that, you see, when you are explaining a way between a way following material, meaning the best one, for those Muslims that went disobey Allah, went for Allah, they said hide it. You will see them you'll be bringing questions, as if you have said something annoying to them. You are quoting the verse in the whole Quran for them, translated, but you find it. Some of them will even believe it. So let me warn you. Here, Quran will separate between those one that follow the person one and those one that loud their salat and hide, disobey Allah. Then again, a part of that, you will see how the Holy Quran reject those one that disobey Allah, one foot allow their salat and hide it. See how the Holy Quran rejects them. When you look at it, inside Holy Quran, Allah said, don't allow the salat, don't hide it. But follow it. They went for allow their salat and hide it. When you ask them, where did you find that one? They used to say that hadith of prophecy. Inside that hadith, that criminal Arab ought to lie on prophet. Allah called the Holy Quran hadith that he sent him with it. He now went for and wrote his own hadith according to what Arab. So you see how those loud and hiding in salat is not in the hadith of Allah, which is Holy Quran. Inside Holy Quran, Allah said, don't loud it, don't hide it, but follow it. So inside that hadith, they went for a right saying that you should loud it and hide it. So you see, they are not following the Holy Quran. They are not following the hadith of Allah, which is Holy Quran, but they follow the hadith of the criminal Arab that they ought to. So the Holy Quran, you will see how the Holy Quran will cast them outside, reject them. This is what I'm telling. This is what I'm saying is a translation from Fatiha to Nas. But before I say anything about it, you as a Muslim, can't you observe yourself? Think about yourself. Allah said in Surah Al-Maryam, chapter 19 of the Holy Quran, verse 71, said, وَإِن مِّنكُمْ إِلَّا وَارِدُهَا كَانَ عَلَىٰ رَبِّكَ حَتْمًا مَّقْضِيًّا. Every one of you will pass his hellfire, meaning every one of you will enter hellfire. This is a decree from Allah that must be accomplished. That one is it not for you to think about that verse? You are obedient to you get up grow being obedient to Almighty Allah from childhood to your full state. You are being obedient to Almighty Allah. You are performing salat the way Allah said. Everything you are doing. Then at the end of it, they now went for, and at the end of it, you now find inside Allah said, وَإِن مِّنكُمْ إِلَّا وَارِدُهَا كَانَ عَلَىٰ رَبِّكَ حَتْمًا مَّقْضِيًّا. Every one of you will pass his hellfire. Look at it. There's no one of you but will pass over its hellfire. Meaning Jahannam. This is with your Allah. A decree which must be accomplished. This verse is for you, is enough for you to think. How mad you have been obedient to Almighty Allah, following the command of Allah, the way Allah wanted, how you want exactly the way He wanted. Then you now found a time. Allah said this in this verse. Say that each one of you will pass over his hellfire. This is the question. And then that one is manaf. That is hypocrisy of our Imam that doesn't want to tell the truth. So today, I will explain about it. Then a part of that, before I said anything, before the whole world rejected, cast those Muslims that love their salat and hide it, disobey Allah. The Holy Quran, I want to prove to you that the Holy Quran is speaking about what is happening now. When you quote a verse for them, they will take it, Senator, what is sababa of this ayah? Meaning what happened before this ayah is revealed? What happened before Allah revealed this verse? They will take you to that. Why the Holy Quran is speaking about what's happening now? Then I'll prove it to you that the Holy Quran is speaking about what's happening now before I say anything. You see, when we go to Surah Zumar chapter 10, Now one verse 86. الذين يستمعون القول فيتبعون الأحسن أولئك هداهم الله أولئك هم أولو الألباب. Those who listen to your word and follow the best part thereof, then those are whom Allah has rightly guided, and those are men of understanding. You see, best part, that's conquerable. For it to know that Allah has divided one into part. Then again in Surah Zumar, chapter 1 verse 55 said, واتبعوا أحسن ما أنزل إليكم من ربكم من قبل أن يأتيكم العذاب بغتة وأنتم لا تشعرون. And follow the best part of that which is sent down to from Allah before the time come to you, so that why present them. You see, best part, this is conquerable for you to know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has divided the whole one into part. Then again, when we go to Surah Al-Israel, chapter 71, verse 1 and 6 and 110, verse 1 and 6 said, وَقُرْآنًا فَرَّقْنَا لِتَقْرَأَهُ عَلَى النَّاسِ عَلَى الْمُكْثِ وَنَزَّلْنَاهُ تَنزِيلًا. And it's a Quran in which we have divided into part in order to answer to the men. وَنَزَّلْنَاهُ تَنزِيلًا, and it's a version with a veil. Look at it here. Look at the verse here. Then again, verse 1 and 10 in Surah Al-Israel, the same surah. Verse 1 and 10 said, then you see Allah said that he has divided one into part. Then let us cover how many parts what one has been divided. How many parts Allah has divided one. Then so again in the same surah, Surah Al-Israel, chapter 72, verse 1 and 10 said, قُلِ ادْعُوا اللَّهَ وَاعْبُدُوا الرَّحْمَنَ أَيَّامَا تَدَوَّلَ وَالْأَسْمَاءُ اللَّهِ الْحُسْنَى وَلَا تَجْعَلْ بِصَلَاتِكَ وَلَا تُخَافِتْ بِهَا وَابْتَغِ بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ سَبِيلًا. You say call Allah or call Ar-Rahman by whatever name you call him, same. For him belongs the message. Then the first command Allah said, وَلَا تَجْعَلْ بِصَلَاتِكَ. Neither allow the salah meaning tell of salah. You see that is first command. Then second command Allah said, وَلَا تُخَافِتْ بِهَا, you hide it, meaning don't hide the salah. You see that is second part. Then the third command Allah said, وَابْتَغِ بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ سَبِيلًا, but follow a way in between. You see that is third part. So you see that is third part. So you see the whole one has been divided into three parts. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala divided one into three parts. So you see, then Allah says it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلَا تَجْعَلْ صَلَاتِكَ, don't allow the salah. You see that is first one. Then some commanders say, وَلَا تُخَافِتْ بِهَا, don't hide the salah. You see that's some part one. So you see the louding and hiding all together. Allah wants us not to do them all. The louding and hiding that most of the are doing their salah is not a thing that one. Therefore, who are rejected, cast outside and throw it back. So you see, then Allah said, therefore, that louding and hiding all together, Allah wants us not to do them all. He now give us such command, say, وَابْتَغِ بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ سَبِيلًا, but follow with it. Then this way to is for you to adjust your way to another lot of hadith. Unless somebody come close to you, you hear as if this one prophet says society, your society will be like this. You see, I not allowed hadith, I didn't allow the hadith. Unless somebody come closer to you, you hear as if this one prophet says society, then that is not one, that's with just for that's with all metal. Then all your salat start from salat to sweet, salat to zuhr, salat asr, salat maghrib, salat isha, shafai, and water nafilat as we do. Or your recitation in salat, or your recitation in tasbah, or your recitation in dua, you will adjust when you will not allow hadith. Unless somebody come close to you, you hear as if this one prophet says society, then that is not one. That's with just for that's with all material. Then the conquerable for you to do that. This way is a way of all material. There's no doubt in that. You see what was sort of part of 1 verse 24 said, يا أيها الذين آمنوا استجيبوا لله ولرسوله إذا دعاكم لما يحييكم واعلموا أن الله يحول بين المرء وقلبه وأنه إليه تحشرون. He said, oh, you who believe, answer Allah and His Messenger when He called you to that which is given land, and know that Allah come in between person and side, and then to Him is all together. He said, واعلموا أن الله يحول بين المرء, and know that Allah come in between person and side. Then He gave us command in Surah Al-Israel, chapter 1 verse 10 verse said, وَابْتَغِ بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ, but follow with it. Allah come into it, and then He give us command to follow with it. So you see, the way is a whole material that's not out in that. Then this way to whole material, the name of the way to whole material, that's the first one, which is one was to Zumar chapter 18 verse. Chapter 31 verse 18 said, الَّذِينَ يَسْتَمِعُونَ الْقَوْلَ فَيَتَّبِعُونَ الْأَحْسَنَ أُولَٰئِكَ هَدَاهُمُ اللَّهُ وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ أُولُو الْأَلْبَابِ. Those who listen to word and follow the next word thereof, then those are whom Allah has right guided, and then those are men of understanding. So you see, the whole one is a word follow material. Then when the Muslim listen to the whole one and then follow the best word thereof, a way into is a way follow material. Then the name of a way into a way follow material, that is best for one. Then look at it here. You see, when we come to the Allah says, وَلَا تَجْعَلْ صَلَاتَكَ, don't allow the salat. You see, that is first one. The second command says, وَلَا تُخَافِتْ, don't hide the salat. You see, that's the second one. Then the third command says, وَابْتَغِ بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ, but follow it. Then, when we come to the eye, the upper lip of the eye, that's the first one. The down lip of the eye, that's the second part of one. Then, blinking of the eye, between your upper lip of the eye and the down lip of the eye, what is in between that one? that is blinking and seeing, then that is third one. That is 20. That's with all matter. Then the name of 20 of all matter, that's possible. Then that blinking of eye that you are blinking, is that not what is happening now? That is what is happening now. Therefore, the whole one is speaking about what's happening now. Or seeing that you are seeing with your eye, is that not what is happening now? That is what is happening now. Therefore, the whole one is speaking about what is happening now. Doesn't anyone come to the mouth? The upper lip of the mouth, with the upper teeth of the mouth, that is first one. The down lip of the mouth, with the down teeth of the mouth, that's second one. Then between your upper lip of the mouth and the upper teeth of the mouth and the down lip of the mouth and the down teeth of the mouth, what is in between that? That is talking and eating. Then that talking and eating, that is third one. That's Webti, that's with Olmetra. That's the name of the Webti, with Olmetra, that's the special one. Then that talking that you are talking with your mouth, is that not what is happening now? That is what is happening now. Therefore, the whole one is speaking about what is happening now. Or eating that you are eating with your mouth, is that not what is happening now? That is what is happening now. Therefore, the whole one is speaking about what is happening now. Breathing that you are breathing with your nose, that's what is happening now. Hearing that you are hearing with your ears, that is what is happening now. Walking that you are walking with your hand, that's what's happening. Walking that you are walking with your leg, that's what's happening now. Flying water. Then, running that you are running with your leg, that's what is happening now. Flying that the bird is flying with the wind, that's what's happening. Therefore, the whole one is speaking about what's happening now. Then, you see, those Muslims that went forth and disobey Allah, loud their salat and hide it. Allah said, "Wala tajal salat, don't hide it. But follow a way between." Then this Muslim went forth and disobey Allah, loud their salat and hide it. That is what is happening now. Therefore, the whole one is speaking about what's happening now. Yes. Then, when we go to Surah Al-Baqarah, Surah Al-Fatiha, the last verse, Allah said, Surah Al-Lazina an'amta alayhim. The way of Surah Al-Lazina an'amta alayhim, ghayr al-maghdubi alayhim wala ad-dallin. You see, that is three people Allah is talking about here. Surah Al-Lazina an'amta alayhim. The way of those who you bestow grace. Meaning those ones that follow command of all of them. The way Allah wanted, how He wanted, exactly the way He wanted. Those ones that follow a way between, meaning the best one. Surat al-Lazina and after the way of those who you bestow a grace. You see? And then those ones, they are the one that take the hadith of Allah, which is one as one single hadith in the whole world entire. You see? That none of those who you end your anger with, those one that Allah end His anger with, that is Muslim of this day that went forth and disobeyed Allah, loud the salat and hide it. Allah said, "Wala tajal salat, don't loud the salat, wala tuhabja, don't hide it. Wabtaqi bayna zalika salat, but follow it." Then the Muslim of this day went forth and disobey Allah, went forth and loud the salat and hide it, disobey Allah. They are the Gair al-Maktoum, and then that loud and hiding that they are doing the salat is not written one. It's not written inside one. Therefore, the one rejected cast outside the throne, but and then that loud and hiding that they are doing the salat, that is what is happening now. Therefore, the whole part is speaking about what's happening now. So I said, then again, about that, one of Dolly and none of those who went astray, those one they are the one that they are not performing salat at all. So see, these three people are talking about here. Non-Muslim, they are the one that doesn't perform salat at all. So that's what you see. That's so you see three people here. Allah is talking about. Then again, look at it. Allah said, Surat al-Lazina an'amta alayhim. Those who you bestow grace. Then those who are they are the Muslim that take the hadith of Allah. Before then again, look at it here. Arab language come from the right side. If you like, you use the right side. If you like, you use the left side. Whatever you want to write, your writing must start from the right side. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala placed that Arab language in the right side, and then there's no one can change that. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed the whole Quran in the Arab language that comes from the right side. Then, if you believe in the whole Quran, only Hadith of Allah only then you should know to yourself you belong to the right. And then there's no one can say that. And then that is Ashab al-Yamin. You also belong to right. Then again, the whole Quran Qira'ah, that's a succession of one. Then if you turn your ears, hearing the sound of the Qira'ah only, then you should know to yourself, since in this world you belong to it, you turn your ears to the right side. And then there's no one can say that. That is Ashab al-Yamin, those who belong to right. Then, so you take hadith of Allah which is only. Allah mentions in Surah Al-Zumar, chapter 31, verse 18 said. Chapter 31, verse 23 said, Allah will nazzal al-ahsan al-hadith. Allah mentions that He has sent down His message. When Allah says He has sent down His message, say Allah will nazzal al-ahsan al-hadith kitaban mutashabihan masaniyan taksha'ir minhu جلود الذين يخشون ربهم ثم تلين جلودهم وقلوبهم إلى ذكر الله ذلك هدى الله يهدي به من يشاء ومن يضلل الله فما له من هاد. Allah mentions that He has sent down His message. It's for example, it's so that in goodness and truth, and it of repeated the skin of those who fear Allah shiva from it. When a certain over hearing, then their skin and their heart just something to remember Allah. That's guide of Allah. Almighty Allah, He guide whom He will, and whom Allah has sent astray for Him. There's no guide. So Allah mentions that He has sent down His message. Meaning, all the books that are sent, that's what Allah called hadith. All the books that are sent, all His prophet with it, that's what Allah called hadith. So in this time of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu, the name of the hadith of Allah, which Allah sent Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu with, that's what Allah called Quran, that's what they call Quran. Also the same, in the time of Prophet Isa alayhi salam, the name of the hadith of Allah, which Allah sent Prophet Isa alayhi salam with, that's what Allah called Injila, that's what they call Injila. Also the same, in the time of Prophet Dawud alayhi salam, the name of the hadith of Allah, which Allah sent Prophet Dawud alayhi salam with, that's what Allah calls Zabura, that's what calls Zabura. Also the same time, Prophet Musa alayhi salam, the name of the hadith of Allah, which Allah sent Prophet Musa alayhi salam with, that's what Allah called At-Torah, that's what they call At-Torah. Up to Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, up to Prophet Noah, up to later Prophet, up to Prophet Adam alayhi salam. So you see, then all the prophets when they come to this world, what they do, they translate the hadith of Allah. Every kalam, every word that comes outside from the mouth of prophet is a translation of the hadith of Allah, which Allah said in the message He delivered to you, the warning that He wants to you, the glad thing that He gives to you, the fighting that He fight in the course of Allah, all is translation of the hadith of Allah. And then again, that's what they do. And then you also, when you take the hadith of Allah, what's required, you translate it, you explain, you give, deliver message, you warn, you pray, you give glad today, you fight in the cause of Allah. When you are preaching, when you are explaining, you are that's translation of the hadith of Allah. So by doing that, you have followed step of prophet. You have act according to the prophet. So look at how it is. So those one that do this one, Surat al-Ladina and Amtali, those who you serve grace, they are the one that take the hadith of Allah only. And then during the prophet is only one single hadith in the whole world entirely, which is Holy Quran. Look at it. So then they take hadith of Allah. Then Gairil Maktubi, none of those who you any anger with, those one that Allah end His anger with, they are the one that take all the hadith, share equal to Allah hadith. They are the one that went for Allah the salat, I did disobey Allah. They are the one taking all the hadith, share equal to Allah hadith. Then look at it. You see, when you look at it, the Holy Quran, Allah said, repeat the Holy Quran. Call the Holy Quran, say Allah would not send us hadith, meaning Allah has mentioned Himself, He has sent out His message. Then He now created prophet, sent him with the hadith to come and deliver message, to come and warn, to come and preach, to come and warn, to come and give glad today, to come and find the gospel of Allah. Then instead of Prophet Muhammad to go and deliver the message exactly to Allah sending it, no, he didn't deliver. He now went forth and got his own personal hadith according to what Arab Imam said. He now turned himself to God, his own personal hadith. So they now went forth and all they did, Shia equal to tell hadith, lie on prophet. The proof about it. You see, all the Arab imam, all the rawag, Habu, rawag, Masr, rawag, Abdal, all rawag, even Abbas, all of it. That auto that. They wait for and right at the beginning of the hadith, said that Allah Rasul said that Prophet Muhammad says it. And then when you go to the time of Prophet Isa, you will never see hadith that is altered and say Qala Rasul Isa. And then if there is hadith that is altered and say Qala Rasul Isa, then show me. But hadith Allah which is in Jila that said Prophet Isa with is true. Where Allah said wahdahu la sharika lahu, you should worship alone. And then when you go to the time of Prophet Dawud and Isra, you will never say hadith that's altered. You say Qala Rasul Dawud. And then if there is hadith that's altered, you say Qala Rasul Dawud, then show me. But hadith Allah which is the Quran that said Prophet Dawud and Isra with is this one. Where Allah said wahdahu la sharika lahu. And then when you go to the time of Prophet Musa and Islam, you will never say hadith that is altered, you say Qala Rasul Musa. And then if there is hadith that is altered, you say Qala Rasul Musa, then show me. But hadith Allah which is at Torah that sent Prophet Musa and Islam with it is still as I say this one where Allah says wahdahu la sharika lahu, we should worship alone. And then when you go to the time of Prophet Ibrahim and Islam, you will never see hadith that is altered, they say Qala Rasul Ibrahim. And then if there's hadith that is altered, they say Qala Rasul Ibrahim, they show. So see, that is proof for you to know that. For you to know that those hadith that they auto, they lie on Prophet. Then that hadith that they auto lie on Prophet Muhammad Sallam, they now went for and take that hadith and share equal to Allah hadith, which is one. Then the proof about that, you say all the rawag, Abu, when you finish reciting all hadith of all the rawag, Habu, rawag, Muslim, rawag, Abu, all rawag, even Abbas, what if when you finish reciting the hadith, whether you like it or not, you will take that the hadith and share equal to Allah hadith. You will say that this hadith of this rawag is equal to so one, or it's like what Allah is saying, so one, or it's similar to what Allah is saying in his hadith, so one. So say, therefore, you now complete that word. Therefore, that rawag that alternate hadith is equal to who? You see, you are saying that it's equal to Allah. You see that is shirk, the sin that Allah never forgive. You have taken the hadith of rawag and share equal to Allah hadith. You say that is shirk, the sin that Allah never forgive. If you like to take hadith of Abu Hurairah, when you finish reciting, whether you like it or you will say that this hadith of Abu Hurairah is equal to so fast in the Quran, or it's like what Allah is saying, so fast in the Quran, or it's similar to what Allah is saying in his hadith. Therefore, you now complete that. You would even do it. You would do that so that Muslim will even believe you. So you see, then you will now complete that word. Therefore, that Abu Hurairah, that author that hadith, is equal to who? You see, you are saying that it's equal to Allah. You say that is shirk, the sin that Allah never forgives. So look at it here. You are taking hadith of Abu Hurairah and shirk equal to Allah. You say that shirk, that Allah never forgives. So, none of those who you any anger with, they are the one taking order hadith share go to Allah hadith. And then look at it. Look at their character. Allah said inside the Quran, give us the command. Allah said, "Wala tajal salatka." Don't louder salat. Wala tuqabila. Don't hide it. Wamtaki. Pay in zaat sabila. But follow away between. They now wait for allow their salat. Muslim of these days now wait for allow their salat and hide it, disobey Allah. What is said? They don't allow them and hide it. That they are doing the salat where they found it written inside the hadith that the criminal Arab auto lie on Prophet. They say that in that hadith they are Sohihi. Among of the hadiths. Then in the Sohihi and Sohihi, all inside, that is where you find we should go and allow the salat and go and hide it. This could be Allah. So all they are talking of the same thing. So look at it. So you see here, when you hear this particular, this way you know that the Muslim of these days, they are not following hadith of Allah with Surah. They are not following it. But what they follow are these that criminal Arab auto, Rawag auto. That's what they are following. That the auto lie of Prophet. That's what they are following. So you see the whole one are separated. Because inside there, that's where you find that you should go and allow the salah to go hide. And then that's what they are doing. So see, one of us, lavender. So see, then Allah said in Surah An-Nisa'i, verse 8, said, "Afala yatadabbaruna al-Qur'ana walau kana min indi ghayri Allahi lawajadu fi ikhtilafan kaseera." don't you consider Quran carefully, had it been from order than Allah, then surely they will have found there in many contradictions. Surely they will have found there in many corrections. Then surely they will have found there in a mistake. But because of the hadith of Allah, which is from Almighty Allah, that's why you see you don't find any mistake in it. That's why you don't find any correction in it. That's why you don't find any contradiction in it. Then Allah said in Surah Al-Taha, said, La yadullu Rabbi wa la yasa. Allah doesn't make mistake. And then he never forget. And then Allah never forget. So see, that because of hadith of Allah, which is one is from Almighty Allah, that's why you don't find there in many a contradiction. That's why you don't find there in many correction. That's why you don't find there in many mistake. Look at proof. But hadith that all rawahu auto. Rawahu wal Abu Hurairah, rawahu wal Bukhari, rawahu wal Tirmidhi, all rawahu Ibn Abbas, Ibn. That all the hadith. And Shaykh went to Allah hadith. They went for a right Qala Rasul at the beginning of the hadith. Qala Rasul. Then when you recite hadith of this rawahu, and then you go to hadith of this rawahu, for you to expect to see the same thing, you say this one. This rawahu, it says something is hadith. When you go to this rawahu, you find different thing. You see, that is contradiction. When you recite hadith of Bukhari, when you recite hadith of Abu Hurairah, when you finish that, then you go to hadith of Tirmidhi, for you to expect to see something, you see difference. Abu Hurairah says something is hadith, when you go to Tirmidhi, say, no, it's not like that. This is how you say that is contradiction. When you recite hadith of Abu Talib, and then you go to hadith of Bukhari, for you to expect to see something, you see difference. Abu Talib says something is hadith, when you go to hadith of Bukhari, you say, no, it's not like that. This is how it is. You say that is contradiction. Then truly, if all the hadith is a Prophet Muhammad saying, then all whatever is written inside the hadith will be the same. But because of the concerted lie on Prophet, that's why you find here in many contradictions in the hadith. So look at it. Those one that take the older hadith, shaykh, go to Allah hadith. None of those who you any anger would they had one. Then this one, they are the one hearing sound of qira'ah, general sound of music. They neither belong to this nor to those. You see, that is munafiq. There's a concurrent of it to know that they are munafiq. They are the one hearing sound of qira'ah, general sound of music. That's mandiri. Sound of mandiri. They are the people. Look at it. Look at the generation. Begge, call it begge. Those one that do mandiri. Said begge, prophet, present prophet. They started that hypocrisy from inside. Said that when you want to praise prophet, you have to do it inside. From there, gradually, they bring it outside. Gradually, they are singing. Call it the name of prophet. Gradually, they are singing, beating drum, call it the name of prophet. Gradually, they are singing, dancing, beating drum, call it the name of prophet. Gradually to the extent that they are beating, they are singing, beating drum, dancing, clapping their hand, calling the name of prophet. This thing that I'm talking, when a kafir, meaning disbeliever of Almighty Allah die, that's what they do to him. They sing for him, dance for him, beat drum, put him inside the grave. That's what they are doing, call the name of prophet. So look at it, they are the one. None of those who you any anger, those one they are the one that end his anger with. And then all this thing that I'm talking about, that's what's happening now. Then therefore the woman is saying about something. These people, they are the people that talk about them in Surah Al-Anfal, chapter 8 of the word, verse that first said, وَمَا كَانَ صَلَاتُهُ إِنْدَ الْبَيْتِ الْمَتَكَاءَ وَتَضْيَا فَذُوقُوا الْعَذَابَ مَا كُنْتُمْ تَكْفُرُونَ. Their salat in the house of Allah in Kaaba at Mecca was nothing but a whistle and a clapping of hands. Their salat in the house of Allah in Kaaba at Mecca was nothing but a whistle and a clapping of hands. Look at it. Allah said, وَلَا تَدِعَ صَلَاتَ don't love salat. وَلَا تُغَفِيَ don't hide it. وَابْتَغِي بَيْنَ ذَاتِ صَلَاتِ but follow it. They went for the Muslims, went for and disobey Allah, went for and allowed the salat and hide it. Then that allowed it and hide it and they are doing the salat. It's not written someone, therefore the woman cast aside, rejected and throw it back to them. So see, Then downloading a hadith that they are doing the salat, where you find it inside the hadith. Downloading a hadith that they are doing the salat. That is what's happening now. Therefore, the whole one is speaking about what's happening now. That's why Allah said, وَمَا كَانَ صَلَاتُ عِنْدَ الْبَيْتِ الْمُتَقَى وَتَصْيَا وَذُوقُوا الْعَذَابَ مَا كُنْتُمْ تَكْفُرُونَ. Their salat in the house of Allah in Kaaba at Mecca was nothing but a wasting at the clap of hand. Therefore, that's the portion of what you used to disbelieve. They are the people. Then again, when you explain this to them, some of them will come say that what is the sabab of this ayah? What happened before this verse revealed? Before Allah revealed this verse. Why the whole world is speaking about what's happening now? That is insult. When you explain this verse, when you explain this to them, they will say that those ones that allow the salah to hide it, come with a question. Say that work over and rock in. You should bang down along of those who bound up for central. For certain to they will hide behind that verse. Then these people, the Rasul said, وَمَا كَانَ صَلَاتُ عِنْدَ الْبَيْتِ الْمُتَقَى وَتَضْيَعَ فَذُوقُوا الْعَذَابَ بِمَا كُنْتُمْ تَكْفُرُونَ. Their salat in the house of Allah in Kaaba at Mecca was nothing but a wasting and a clapping of hand. They are also performing salatul bayt. They are performing salatul. They are bound down to ruku'. They are bound to ruku', but their salat is nothing but a wasting and a clapping of hand. Then again, when you explain this one to the Muslim, they will come the question that وَمَا أَتَاكُمُ الرَّسُولُ فَخُذُوهُ وَمَا نَهَاكُمْ عَنْهُ فَانْتَهُوا. They used to hide behind that verse. They say that whatever Allah gives to the messenger, you should hold it. Whatever he said that you should not do it. Then when Allah gave him command, وَلَا تَجْعَلْ صَلَاتَكَ don't allow the salat, وَلَا تُخَافِرْ don't hide it. وَابْتَغِي بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ but follow it. Did you follow it between? But now did you? Therefore, did you hold it? What prophet gave it to you? Did you hold it? You went for that too. Something else different. Then again, they are the people. So look at it. Then they would come to the question, said like they used to hide behind this verse. Say if you obey Messenger, the same you have obeyed Allah. Then what does I give prophet? Command Salata, وَلَا تَجْعَلْ صَلَاتَكَ don't allow the salat, وَلَا تُخَافِرْ don't hide it, وَابْتَغِي بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ but follow away between. Did you follow away between? Therefore, have you been obedient to the messenger? The messenger, as I said, he came said that وَابْتَغِي بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ but follow away between. Did you follow away between your salat and fasting? You see. Not went for that, do all that difference, disobey Allah and His Messenger. By allowing your salah and hiding, you should know yourself you have disobeyed Allah and His Messenger. There are people also talk about them in Surah Al-Maryam, chapter 19 or verse 59 said, فَخَلَفَ مِنْ بَعْدِهِمْ خَلْفٌ أَضَاعُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَاتَّبَعُوا الشَّهَوَاتِ فَسَيَلْقَوْنَ غَيًّا. Then succeeded them evil prosperity, evil generation, evil prophets who has given up their salat, lost their salat, either by not offering them well. They lost their salat. They are the Muslim of this. Allah said, give us the command, said, وَلَا تَجْعَلْ صَلَاتَكَ don't allow the salat, وَلَا تُخَافِرْ don't hide it, وَابْتَغِي بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ but follow with it. They went for and disobey Allah, loud their salat and hide. Then that loud and hiding that they are doing the salat is not written in one. Therefore, the Quran cast upside, reject it, and then throw it back. Then downloaded and hiding that they are doing the salat. That is what is happening now. Therefore, the Quran is speaking about what is happening now. Then where you find that louded and hiding that they are doing the salat inside the hadith of Prophet, which is criminal Arab auto lie on Prophet. They say that inside the hadith they are Sahihi and Dahihi. Then in the Sahihi and Dahihi, all inside you find louded and hiding of salah. You see, all is the same. Then they are people. Allah talk about them in Surah Al-Maryam, chapter 19, verse 71 said, وَإِن مِّنكُمْ إِلَّا وَارِدُهَا كَانَ عَلَىٰ رَبِّكَ حَتْمًا مَقْضِيًّا. Each one of you will pass over his hellfire. Each one of you will test hellfire. Each one of you will enter hellfire. This is a decree from Allah that must be accomplished. They are the people. Allah said, give us the command salat in the Quran, in the Hadith Surah said about salat. Say, wala tijab salat, don't learn salat. Wala tijab, don't hide it. What the pay in the salat but follow empty. Then Muslim, this is one for and disobey Allah, loud the salat and hide it. Then that loud and hiding that they are doing the salat is not written somewhere. Therefore, the one rejected, cast outside and throw it back. Then that loud and hiding that they are doing the salat. That is what is happening now. Therefore, the whole one is speaking about what is happening now. Then, they are the people, as I talk about them in Surah Al-Furqan, chapter 24, verse 23 said, وَقَدِّمْنَا إِلَّا مَا أَمِلُوا مِنْ أَمَلٍ فَجَعَلْنَاهُ هَبَاءً مَنثُورًا. We shall turn whatever did they did into deed of particle of dust scatter on the air. Then the proof, they are the Muslims of this. They are the one. But for Allah, Allah says, وَلَا تِجَسَرَكَ تُلَّا وَسَرَ وَلَا تُحَابِيَ. Don't hide the work to give me. But for it, they went for that this way. Allah, now the Salah hide it. They don't allow them to hide that. It's not whatever the workman rejected, cast upside and throw it back. They don't allow them to hide that. That's what's happening now. Therefore, the workman is thinking about what's happening now. Look at it. Then again, look at it. For you to know that their deed is a deed of particle of those cut out there. Proof about it. You see, Arab Imam, or the Rawabu, or Arab Imam. They went for an auto there. They are Kawai, the Alari, Ishmawi, all the one that they auto. They say that it is Sahabi that are near to the Prophet. They are one hearing him at the time that they say him. So all the Prophet is saying, all Prophet Muhammad is saying, they are the Sahabi, they are the one writing it. They are the one writing it up. They are the one writing it. Then whatever they write, that's what you find written in their hadith, in their Qawaid, in the Alari, in their Ishmawi, in all the book that they auto. In the hadith that they auto, Sahih and Tahih. You see, that's lie. That's a lie. Then that one, that is false for one. The second part one, and now find them with this question. And he problem Muhammad Sassam. When I was given consult, go and tell Umar said, well, I tell you, don't hide it. What to give by the side but follow you empty. Then instead of Prophet to go and deliver the message exactly the one that's saying here. No, he didn't deliver. He now went for and disobey Allah and tell his own desire. Say that you should go and allow the salat and then go and hide it. And then not allow the and hide it of salat that Muslims of this are doing. That's where you find it written inside their hadith, inside their qawaid, inside their ishmawi, inside the old book that they auto. The salah. Inside the hadith that they auto. Sahih and Tahih. That's where you find not louded of salat and hiding. And then that louded of hiding and hiding that the Muslims of this are doing the salat is not written inside one. Therefore, the whole one rejected, cast outside and then threw it back to them. And then that louded and hiding that they are doing the salat, the Muslims of this are doing the salat, that is what is happening. Therefore, the whole one is speaking about what is happening. You see, since in this world, the whole one rejected their salat. That is second part of it. The third part one, Allah said in Surah Al-Furqan, chapter 24, verse 20 said, وَقَدِّمْنَا إِلَى مَا أَمِلُوا مِنْ أَمَلٍ فَجَعَلْنَاهُ هَبَاءً مَنثُورًا. We shall turn whatever deed they did into deed of particle of dust scatter on the air. The deed that they have did, that is salat and fasting. Then we shall turn whatever deed they did into deed of particle of dust scatter on the air. That is third part one. That is waiting. That's what follow it. Then the name of the web to follow it. That's the best one. Look at it. Don't just look at the generation that we are in. They are the ones seeking for the judgment of ignorance. They are the ones separating themselves into groups, seeking for the judgment of ignorance. Allah says, أَفَحُكُمَ الْجَاهِلِيَّةِ يَبْغُونَ وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ مِنَ اللَّهِ حُكْمًا لِقَوْمٍ يُؤْمِنُونَ. Do they not seek the judgment of ignorance? Who are those seeking judgment of ignorance? That is Muslim of this. Look at it. Do they use the hadith of Allah which Surah and judge with it? They doesn't use hadith of Allah which Surah and judge with. What they use, dialogue. From dialogue, that's where you find politics. And then that's every country, that's what it is. Then that dialogue, from where it comes from white men. That's judgment of ignorance. Using judgment. And then look at it. The leader of Islam is less. Who are the one holding world power? That is white men. You see, judgment of ignorance. Look at it. Get one. The people. Then the verse said, وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ مِنَ اللَّهِ حُكْمًا لِقَوْمٍ يُوقِنُونَ. Who is better in judgment than those who have firm faith, who believe in all matter? Like those prophets, I give them kingdom. They use the hadith which Allah sent them with it, taught with it. That time the whole world entirely worship Allah alone. Do the command all the time where Allah wanted, how He wants exactly where. Doesn't it? Then again, Allah said, "Inna alladhina farraqu dinahum kanu shay'an lasa minhu shay." Those who divided their religion into sect, you messenger, you are not among them in anything. Look at it. And then when you look at it, those who want that loud their salat and hide, that's where you find they divided themselves into sect. Call themselves Izala, brother, Kala Kato, Tijaniya, Kadriya, brother, they call themselves with nickname. You see, Izala has separated itself into group, into sect. And this is loud in the salat and hide. They are loud in the salat and hide. Tariqa has separated itself into group, into sect. And then they are loud in the salat and hide. Shia, they have separated themselves into group, into sect. They are loud in the salat and hide. Kala Kato, they separate themselves into group, into sect. They are loud in the salat and hide. Tijaniya separate themselves into group, into sect. They are loud in the salat and hide. You see all the same thing there. Qadriya, they separate themselves into group. They are allowed in the salah. You see the same thing they are doing. So see, and then that loud and hiding that they are doing the salah is not registered. Whatever God rejected, cast outside the truth in back. Don't hide it. Walk the way the side but follow it. So those who are that follow a way to see, that's the command I give to the prophet. So see, from here, you see, the prophet, you are not among them in anything. Those one that separate themselves into sects. This is the sign for you to know them. He said, "Last time you are not them. You are not among them in anything." Look at it. One separate them, and then you also, when you take the hadith, follow matter. You follow your everything. You follow matter. The best of God searches for you are not among them in anything. Then again, there are the people as I said, فَوَيْلُ لِلْمُصَلِّينَ الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنْ صَلَاتِهِمْ سَاهُونَ الَّذِينَ هُمْ يُرَاءُونَ وَيَمْنَعُونَ الْمَاعُونَ. They are it. Then again, so then you see that is a translation from Fatiha to Nas. Then the verse now says, "Wala dawlin," none of those who went astray. You see, English got to come from left side. If you like, use the right side. If you like, use the left side. Whatever you want to write, your writing was started from the left. Then Bible is written in English that come from the left hand side. Then if you believe in the Bible, then you should know to yourself, since in this world you belong to left, and then there no one can change that. So look at it, that is Ashab Shima, those who belong to left. Then get a part of that. Before I said it, when you go to your churches, you'll find them singing, dancing. So see, then if you turn your ears to the sound of music, which is singing and that's then you should know to yourself you belong to the left, and then there's no one catching that. So see, that's kafir. Then again, this kafir, they had one other side talk about it in Surah Al-A'raf, chapter 71, verse 169 said, فَخَلَفَ مِنْ بَعْدِهِمْ خَلْفٌ وَوَرِثُوا الْكِتَابَ يَأْخُذُوا الْأَرْضَ أَدْنَى ويقولوا سيكفرنا وإن يأتيهم أرض مثله يأخذهم ألم يؤخذ عليكم ميثاق الكتاب أن لا يقول على الله إلا الحق ودرسوا ما فيه والدار الآخرة خير للذين يتقون أفلا تعقلون. Then after them succeeded an evil generation which inherited the book, but they choose for themselves the good of this low life, evil prison of the world, saying and excuses, everything will be forgiven to us. And if again the offer of the like of evil pleasure of the world come their way, they will again seize themselves. They go and commit it. They will say everything will forgive us. When I says it, when evil of the world come to them, they will wait for us. Do it. Commit sin. That everything will forgive us. Then, and then you find them say, they had one. They doesn't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I've seen young. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Look at it. They are the one. They choose for themselves evil law, evil prison of law of evil, law life, evil prison of the world, law life, evil prison of the world. You say, you are the one. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. You say it's an excuse. Then the verse said, ألم يؤخذ عليكم ميثاق كتاب ألا يقول على الله إلا الحق ودرسوا ما فيه. Was not the covenant of the book taken from them that they will say not about Allah anything but the truth. والدار الآخرة خير للذين يتقون أفلا تعقلون. And ودرسوا ما فيه, and then they have studied the book. Then the verse said والدار الآخرة خير للذين يتقون أفلا تعقلون. And the home of the after is better for those who are muttaqun. أفلا تعقلون. Then will you not then understand? Look at it. So this is kafir. You see that translation one from Fatiha to Nas. So it's a kafir and munafiq. They are the same. Allah says, Inna al-munafiqina fi tarki asr min an-nar. The munafiq, the hypocrite will be under the fire. Then kafir. All of them. You see, kafir and munafiq, they are brothers. Senior and junior brother. Look at it. So see how the whole one is separated. So see. Then, صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم. 12 of those who you bestow grace, those one they are the one that follow a way in between. When I give the command, said, وَلَا تَجَعَلْ صَلَاتَكَ, don't love the salat. وَلَا تُقَبِّرْ, don't hide it. وَابْتَغِي بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ, but follow empty. They are one. It's like for you to tell a brother, don't do this, but do this. Allah explained everything in detail for us. So they are the one following exactly what Allah said. Follow the way. They are the one that take hadith of all material as one single hadith in the whole world. The way the prophet, when they come, they translate the hadith all material, every kalami, every word that comes outside from the mouth of prophet, the message he delivered to you, the gladness that he gave it, the gladness that he gave it to you. They follow the hadith all material. Take it as one single hadith in the whole world. They translate what they do, they translate the hadith all material. They are the people. When you go inside of God, Allah says, give them kingdom. Because Allah is, they follow the command all the time, well I want. Allah is happy with them. Allah give them kingdom. And then when you go to Prophet Sulaiman, Allah says, give him kingdom. That time the whole world entirely worship Allah alone. Follow the command all the time, well Allah wanted, how he wanted, exactly what he wanted. Also the same Prophet Dawud, Allah says, give him kingdom. Made him to be the king of the whole world. The whole world entirely worship Allah alone. Do the command all that where Allah wanted, how he wanted, exactly the way he wanted. Also, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, Allah said, give him the kingdom. But he made him to be the king of the whole world. The whole world worship Allah. Do the command of all that the way Allah wanted, how he wanted, exactly the way he wanted. Look at it. They are people. They are people. Allah talk about them in Surah Al-Waqi'ah. Chapter 15, 6 of the 1 verse 40 said, وَصَلَّةٌ مِّنَ الْآخَرِينَ, and the multitude of righteous will be in the later generation. Multitude of righteous will be in the later generation. Multitude of righteous will be in the later generation. Look at the verse 8. They are the people that follow the commandment of Allah. You see, multitude of righteous will be in the later generation. Look at it here. See the verse. See it. Meaning, there's that kingdom that was given to the prophet, made them to be the king of the whole world entirely. Allah will give them that kingdom. They will follow the commandment of Allah. They will hold world power. They are the one that will come, cover Kaaba with green cloth. They are the people that will cover Kaaba with green cloth. Do the command of that way Allah wanted, how he wanted, exactly the way he wanted. Look at it. That this is a translation. Then again, there are people that hear the sound of Qira'ah only. Hear the sound of Qira'ah only. They are people that follow the command of Allah wanted, how he wanted, exactly the way he wanted. You see, that is translation one from Fatiha to Nas. So see. So, Allah said that Inna Allah yamsakus. Inna Allah yatawaffa al-anfusa hina al-mawt wallati lam yamut fi manabiha wa yamsaku alladhi qada alayha al-mawt wa yusra al-ukhra ila ajal musallam. musamman inna fi dhalika laayatin liqaumin yatafakkarun. Allah, it is Allah who take a soul at the time of their death, and those who die not during their sleep, and He keep those soul for which He has ordered death with Him, and send the rest for the time appointed. Very this is a sign for people who think deeply. Look at it. Death. This is a chance. Immediately when if you see yourself fall dead, then your soul is with Allah. When you see yourself wake up from slavery, then Allah has returned your soul back to your body. So see, if you see yourself alive, Allah has returned your soul back to your body. If you see yourself sleeping, then your soul is with Allah. If you see yourself wake up from sleep, then Allah has returned your soul back to your body. So when somebody is explaining a way in between, a way of all matter to you, what you do, you pay attention, but meaning the best one, because it will be hard for you to see an imam that will explain the best part one for you, because they are not following it. Allah said, "Wala tajasurat dollar surat, wala tuqabila don ID, what the give in that surat follow it." Then Allah said in Surah Al-Anfal, chapter 1 verse 24 said, "Ya ayyuhallazina amanu istajibu lillahi wa li rasulihi idha da'akum lima yuhyikum wa alamu anna Allaha yakhinu bayna al-mar'i wa qalbihi wa annahu ilayhi turja'un." He said, "Oh, you who believe, answer Allah and His Messenger when you call it to that which is given, and know that Allah come in between persons, and Allah come in between." Then He gave you command in Surah Isra, chapter 1 verse 1 at the end of the verse, "Wa batagi bayna dhalika," but follow it. You see, Allah come in between, and then He gave you command to follow it with Him. So you see, a way in between is a way of following Matara. Then the name of the way of following Matara, that is person one, which is a Surah to Surah chapter 1 verse 18 said, "Alladhina yastami'una al-qawla fayattabi'una al-ahsan, ulaika hadahumullahu, ulaika humul ulul albab." Those who listen to a word and follow the best part thereof, then those are whom Allah has rightly guided, and then those are men for the Satan. You see, the word one is a word of Matara. Then when the Muslim listen to the word one and then follow the best part thereof, a way is a way of following Matara, then the name of the way a way of following Matara, that is the best one. Look at it. So when somebody is explaining to you, you pay attention, you will be listening to it. Listen to him. Because it will be hard for you to see an imam that explaining, because they are not following. So pay attention. So Allah used to give us a chance, because immediately when you wake up from sleeping, then Allah has give you another chance. That's why you see when you wake up from sleep, you say Subhanallah, Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah. You give thanks to all matter, and then you do the command all matter. Because when you fall asleep, you will never know whether you might wake up, whether you might not. Meaning whether Allah will return your soul back to your body, whether Allah might not. So you pay attention, doesn't it? So this is a warning to the Muslim. So I think this one got to solve. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.